Hi, everybody. This is going to be a quick overview on how to do the mindfulness logs. I've received a few questions and it sounds like people are a little apprehensive because it's in the quiz format. So, very simply, the instructions are very clear, in my opinion, but I'm going to go through them. So each week, you're required to submit a mindfulness log. You will submit 3 responses each week, which is 1 per activity. You'll have 1 to 2 required activities per week. So what that means is that each week you're submitting this. You will write down 3 activities that you did. So 1 activity per question. So the quiz has 3 questions on it. In order to get the 2 points, you have to say what you did and then how you felt. Okay? For full credit, you must practice and reflect at least 3 times a week. You will get 2 points for each entry. So there's an example here that says it's an example of a good response. So when you hit quiz, all right, it's the same instructions. Record how you feel physically, mentally, emotionally. You'll get 2 points for each entry for a total of 6 points. Form is submitted via Canvas. This is the example of a really good one. So this is I did the body scan. I used Canvas, so that's what I did. And then these remaining 3 to 4 sentences are all in the reflection. So reflecting on the distractions, reflecting on the voice, reflecting on the noise. I will definitely try it again. Right here, please write in complete sentences. A minimum of 4 sentences is expected. A date must be included for each entry. So you must complete 3 questions or 3 entries per week. So this is quiz number 1 or mindfulness log number 1. The question is very simply, in your submission, reflect on your mindfulness activities for this week. You can use any activity from our class, lectures, or something you do on your own. For this week, you're required to record and comment on at least one of these activities. So that means of these 3 entries, which are labeled as questions, in one of them, you have to address the body scan, brain dumping, or chair yoga. Only in one of them. Again, write in complete sentences, a minimum of 4 sentences is expected, a date must be included, and you can use bullet points. So, for example, today, I did the chair yoga today. I did the one from Diane Bondi. I felt really tight and my chair was wobbly and I was nervous at first, but was able to relax and keep up. I did the whole 10 minutes. My favorite part of it was where it stretched my lower back. So I am going to be done with that one, okay? Now my second one is the exact same prompt. Every prompt will be the same. These are the only things that will be different between module to module. But I already talked about chair yoga, so I can do anything I want for my second and third entries. So I might talk about, on a different day, I remember yesterday I did something, and I am going to talk about the guided meditation I found on Insight Timer. And then I would go on to continue the 3 to 4 sentences. Then my third entry would be something from a different day. And again, since I've already talked about these, I don't have to address them. And so it would be maybe a different date, like 9/10. This is what I worked on here. Once I've completed all 3, I submit the quiz, okay? And then that's it. I will go in and grade them because these are all short answer or essay questions. All right, okay, so we went through one full one where you typed everything up and you submitted it, it all went perfect. So in some circumstances, you just want to see the questions and start logging them. So what I did is I pre-filled all 3 of these questions, okay? But then I got distracted and I went and I did something else, okay? So I continue away and then I'm like, oh, wait, I need to get back to that log and I need to finish it. The way that the quiz or the log is set up is that you can resume it, all right? So when I go back in, everything I just typed, which is 9:14, I did the chair yoga. I did a guided meditation insight timer. And I found a meditation in honor of 9/11. It was very moving. You can go back and access this as long as you don't submit. The big thing here is check this. Before you navigate away is check when it was last saved. because if you type a bunch of stuff and then go, or if you type a bunch of stuff and your battery dies, it does save regularly, but that's just a heads up for you. So you can go back in as many times as you need, all right? As long as you don't hit submit. So don't hit submit until you're 100% ready. Okay, so I just submitted my log. I want you to notice that if I go into assignments and I click on practice log number 1, I can take it again. So let's say I've decided I want to change my answer. We would go back in here. You have to retype the answers, but if you save these on a Word document, you can go in and edit them. You can't go back in and adjust it, but as long as you don't submit it, you can, okay? So that's just a side note, is that these are all set up that way for you to go back in. Okay, I'm just gonna show you one other thing. This would be an example of a template if you wanted to have some instruction on how to keep a copy of this somewhere. You could very simply create a Word document and just track all of your stuff. So when you go into the quiz, you can just very simply copy and paste. You can do this on any kind of document though. I have a lot of students who handwrite their journals, then they type it up for the quizzes themselves. I have a lot of people who track it in a Word document or on OneNote, and then they copy and paste. So that way, if they do want to go back in and edit something, they can just go find the entry that they wanted, add more to it, and then drop it back in. Okay? So that is the end of all of my suggestions for today.